I heard about David Icke 22 years ago. One of my dental patients mentioned The Biggest Secret. The title intrigued me, and I purchased this book. Up until that moment, I was not a reader, but my soul pushed me to read this 520-page book. The Biggest Secret is a unique book and is quite rightly dubbed the book that will change the world. No one who reads it will ever be the same again. This book has certainly changed me forever. In my opinion, Kristin and Jean Nolan, the founders of the Inspired channel, are creating perfect videos. I have been inspired to translate these videos into French and Spanish in order to share this crucial information with the awakening French and Spanish audiences. Enjoy, and please share.
I think people have got caught in the idea of soul. I think they got caught in that. It's a term for a expression of consciousness, if you like, a field of consciousness that actually, quote, incarnates and has the experience. But it's still in a state of separation. It's still within the simulation. So I use a distinctly a different term to soul when I'm talking about the true self, and that I call it spirit.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Native Americans talk about the great spirit. And for me, spirit is that level of us that is outside the simulation, that is in fantastic expanded awareness of its true nature. And soul is a still in separation vehicle for entrapment. And so, you know, the manipulators are quite happy for you to talk about soul, because the soul is still in the simulation. But spirit, the true I, that's when they get jumpy, because that's not an expression of the simulation. And I think the expressions of spirit have come into this reality specifically to call out what it really is and help people to escape its clutches, because all the clutches are perceptual. Control perception, you control behavior. Control perception, you control frequency. And so you come in, and I said many, many years ago, I said, you know, this cult knows more about me than I do. And I don't think that's true now, but it certainly was, because I was like, what's going on? And so when I started to very publicly awaken, I was obviously hit with years and years of historic levels of ridicule. When then that didn't work, because kept going, they turned to demonization and abuse. And now, which is the best part in a way, it's certainly a compliment, the mainstream of the system completely ignores me. It won't even mention me, hardly at all, because it doesn't want to give me any kind of platform, even by abusing me. And, you know, I said on an interview in 2020, the London Real interview, I think, one of them, that these people are terrified of me, and I knew they were. I knew they were then, and the reason is they're terrified of anyone who is being in any way successful in awakening the slaves, serving currently the interests of this cult and its masters, waking them up from that coma which keeps them in servitude. This is why although there's some really, really bad things that have happened, they're really bad things, my God, since the COVID played, it's been a massive wake-up call for so many people. And, my problem now, as it has been for so many years over the period of generating any interest in what I've got to say, it's now coping with the interest. So there's many, many good things happening. And I do feel a change. All right, yes, this cult is increasingly the cornered rat, I think, because there's other levels of reality that are pushing out against them, and not just people in physical bodies. And they're pushing on because they know, what else can they do but push on? They know nothing else. But I do think the tide is turning. Because certainly the energetic tide is turning against them. And I've never been more optimistic. Challenges by the bucket load that are coming, never been more optimistic that this is going to be successful. We are going to bring this nonsense down by removing that which holds it together, which is human ignorance, manipulated, systematic human ignorance of self and the world that we live in, and who controls the world we live in. Those ignorances, if you like, are what holds the whole thing together. And when they're removed, it must fall. It must fall apart.
Sri Aurobindo and the Mother enabled me to accept that Homo sapiens is a transitory species, and that divine in me, soul, and in all things, spirit, is currently manifesting the ideal conditions on earth for the creation of a new divine material being. Let us remember that the divine is all-powerful. Our inner work in faith, joy, courage, and love will allow a critical mass to last. The ball is in our court. The triple transformation. The human being is on the way to extinction. This thinking animal species was only a transition between the animal kingdom and the next divine kingdom. To manifest the new being announced by Sri Aurobindo and the Mother, a triple transformation is necessary. 1. Psychic transformation, soul-body union. 2. The supramental transformation, ascent of consciousness to the upper hemisphere. 3. Material transformation, deification of the physical matter of the body. This is our purpose and our destiny. Let us remember that we have chosen to be here on earth at this time to energetically contribute to the manifestation of the new divine being. This is the future that awaits humanity. Infinite love. Let's rejoice, because the insanity we are experiencing is an illusion, which is forcing more and more people to awaken. However, we must have compassion for those who are incapable of awakening, because the mRNA injections have created a separation from the individual soul. The only way out of the illusion is through absolute non-compliance. The courageous ones have consciously chosen to get out of the illusion and will continue their evolution of consciousness on the ascending crystal spiral. I know my jail experience was a blessing because it forced me to leave Canada and what was perceived as a perfect life of a very successful dentist and a mother of 2 wonderful children. I accessed the courage within me, abandoned myself to my soul, and jumped into the complete unknown. Today, I'm able to offer guidance to those who choose life in Colombia or Ecuador. A long-term stay at Cascada Cafe Retiro is $120 per week. During your stay, expand your consciousness with a 2-day Infinite Love Consciousness workshop. Who am I? And what the hell have I come to do on this earth? Learn about the miraculous Sacha Inchi nut. This oleaginous plant has a very high protein content with all the essential amino acids and fatty acids for the maximum well-being of human health. Finally, I offer reconstructive dentistry at a very affordable price. I'm guided by the teachings of Sri Aurobindo and the Mother. Since February 29, 1956, the supermind has been operational on Earth as an active evolutionary power. A new phase of evolution has begun amidst the collapse of the old world. Infinite Love Consciousness is an invitation to take part in an unprecedented adventure of consciousness. Will you join us? Infinite